Okay. Thank you so much for making time to chat with me. I've been working on this project called Careers Launch to help students like me figure out what they want to do in the evolving career landscape. There are so many careers out there, many of which students have never heard of. AI is also changing what companies are looking for, which makes career planning more difficult. I'd love to hear more about your career and how you got to where you are today. First off, can you explain what you do?
Yes. Right now, I run a corporate gifting company. So when companies want, I know this is the last thing that you're going to want to do, but for any creatives out there, whenever a company wants to send their employees gifts, their clients gifts, they have a big event they need gifts for, they come to us. And we do all the ideation and the fulfillment.
Hmm. How did you first become interested in your career?
Honestly, I wasn't. I started a different company. I mean, I just have had a very weird career path, so I didn't. This just seemed like it was something that would be fun to do after I got sick of doing my last job, and I thought I would do it as a project, and then it became, a full-time paying job.
Wow.
It's because I like marketing and I like creative stuff and I like selling, and this involves all three.
What was your first job or internship like?
Oh my God. My first, like literally my first job, like as a
Yeah.
teenager.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My first job was, I'm literally trying to remember what it would have been, something horrible. I was either a waitress or I worked at the drive-through of a bank in Nebraska, and I got fired from both.
What was your first job in your career like?
So like as an adult.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. Gosh, I feel like I'm going to ruin your study because I'm sort of all over the place. I was an assistant until I started my last company. I had a
Mhm.
very weird career arc. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was a terrible student. I got fired. Every time I tried to work for somebody else, I would get fired. So I didn't have a job in my career
Mhm.
until I started my last company.
Oh, wow. That's really impressive that you could just start that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was a pretty big mess when I started it because I had no idea what was going on, but it worked out. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you didn't really always know that you wanted to do this line of work. How did your path change over time?
How did my path change over time? It's been, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't necessarily say it was even a path.
Hmm.
It was, like I said, I was a terrible student at school. I moved to Los Angeles because a professor set me up with an assistant job, and I had no other prospects. So you know, long story, I started the last company sort of accidentally as well, and
Oh,
then.
really?
Yeah, I didn't really set out to start a company. I thought I was sort of doing a project and then it made money and then all of a sudden we were a company.
Hmm.
Um, I left it 3 years after it was acquired because it had become very corporate-y and I
Hmm.
like the startup phase of things. I like starting companies.
Yeah.
And I started this, like I said, as a project. So how my path changed, it literally has been me doing what interested me most in that moment. Very unrelated careers.
Hmm.
And I think I just happen to be good at starting businesses.
Yeah. What were some important choices or experiences that helped you get where you are today?
The most important choice would be the choice to just like to trust myself in my decisions and listen to my gut because I didn't take a standard path.
Hmm. That must have been pretty scary.
You know what, Kaya? It wasn't, and I think it would be for you because, or not necessarily, but because I think you have so much more from what I know from Nancy
Yeah.
of a vision in what you want to do, and you're already on the path to do it, which I think is so admirable. And I think that when you're on a path like that, there's obviously a billion pros. And I think that if you know what you want to do and you're so smart and so motivated, I mean, we were just such different students that maybe taking a risk sometimes could feel like like a huge risk if you're just going to follow what you feel like doing right off the path. But for me, I have to be honest with you, it wasn't scary because I had no other prospects. You know, it's not like I was going to lose like this amazing career path that I had spent so much time working toward. I really only had anything to gain. So I think that's maybe the one upside of having zero plan for yourself and being a terrible student.
That's really cool though, that you could like go from that and then kind of just like do what you love and also make money from it.
Yeah, thank God, I'm telling you, because otherwise. As you heard, I would be struggling because I'm a very bad employee. So yeah, it worked out.
If you could go back to high school, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self, I mean, honestly, I know you're asking me about my career, but first I would say that nobody else's opinions fucking matter because none of those people are going to matter. And I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, you're in high school. I don't envy you. Maybe you're having a great time. Number one, it doesn't even have to do with a career. Like ha 90% of the people that you know, especially the ones that I look back at high school that like I didn't like or maybe uncomfortable, I would tell them, I would tell myself that like those kids are, am I allowed to swear on this? I'm sorry. Please tell me watching this.
No worries.
Okay. They're just, I mean, ignore them because they suck. That'd be like, and I actually think that does have to do with career because I think I was distracted. I didn't love high school. And then
Yeah.
I would tell myself from a career wise, I'd just say stop stressing about it because
Hmm.
you will figure things out because you're smart, because once you're interested in something, you're going to make it work. And if
Hmm.
you don't care about if you're failing geometry and some asshole is treating you like shit, it doesn't matter because those things you're literally not going to remember them and you're going to be fine. That's what I tell
Yeah.
myself.
That's something that's nice. I feel like I struggle with remembering that. I think I'm very type A personality and I also really care what people think of me. So I feel like I often get really stressed because of that. So just remembering that is really nice.
You, I mean, here's the thing. Also, you're not looking back. You're in it, so you don't
Hmm.
have hindsight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're in it right now, and it's almost impossible, I think, when you're in it to really know that.
Hmm.
Um, to really know that. So, yeah, I don't. I mean, look, I don't. Again, even if you love school, I don't envy you. I think high school is for me. That's one of the hardest times,
Yeah.
honestly. And everyone cares what people think, but in life in general, but especially in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
Um,
people are going to be blips on your radar. I'm telling you. But
um,
okay, continue.
what does a typical day or week look like for you?
A typical day or week, it really is different day to day, week to week. It's my my last company, I had a lot of employees, so it was much more predictable. I was very much in my lane doing the things. And because I wear almost every hat, I mean, I don't do the physical fulfillment of the gifts, but I do the selling and the account management and all this sort of stuff. It really is different. So I mean, this week is I do the proposals. So I'm doing proposals for multiple clients right now, which is a lot of creative stuff, sourcing the projects. I'm working a lot on ads and trying to get our Google ads and in order, which is not something that I'm good at. So I'm managing a lot of freelancers for that. And then I know that you're gonna have questions about this later, but I'm also really focusing right now on how do we start getting our company talked about the right way when people go to Claude or people go to ChatGPT and say who should be doing my company gifts? Because I think that people are already using them as search engines, and I think that they're going to matter a lot more than Google Ads. So that's also been a huge focus.
That's really interesting. I feel like I've been really into AI and then also how it's been shaping the new kind of career dynamic. How do you get like curate it for your business?
That's the thing. Like you mean in terms of like a search and almost like
Yeah.
having it. It's been fascinating. I mean, it's like I'm sure sooner than we all think it will be a paid medium, right? But for
Uh-huh.
now, it's like you need to make one thing that, for instance, for my own company, there's not enough. We have a ton of reviews on my site, but
Yeah.
there's not enough reviews on public forums, just because that's not really how my company works. It's like corporate
Mhm.
clients. So I need to set up pages on Yelp and on Google and things that don't really matter and ask my clients to write reviews because Claude and GPT really care about that. They'll read your site, making sure that your website makes sense, almost like matching up your landing pages for relevancy for Google Ads. But it's a lot of making sure that your company is talked about in a lot of forums online outside of your website, because that's how Claude and GPT can really make sure that you're for real.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
cool. You mentioned proposals and ads. What kind of projects or problems do you work on the most?
Well, the projects they're all gifts of some sort. So I would say that the problems would be clients, oftentimes clients know what they need a gift for. So they might say, we're launching our company and we want to impress investors, but they have no idea what those gifts actually look like. So it's me trying to, I would say I spend a lot of time interpreting what corporate clients want because they usually don't know.
Hmm.
It's a big part of my job.
Yeah. And what is your favorite thing about your job? What do you like the most?
My favorite thing about any of my jobs in my career that I've had is truly is working for myself. Even after my last company was bought and I was in the New York Times, which is like a very obviously
Wow.
bureaucratic old company, I spent a lot of my time making sure that we weren't actually fully folded into the New York Times because I wanted to make sure that I could still operate as a separate entity. So being my own boss, number one, but this particular job, I would say the creative aspect of it, that's
Mm.
what I missed in my last job. And it was very hard to make the leap from something that sounded so prestigious as
Yeah.
having been acquired by that and running this big company to doing this where I work out of my house.
Mhm.
Um, I make more money doing this than I did before. That's the other thing is I know that you will not be full. I know that you don't give a shit. You're gonna be so much more savvy than I am. But one thing I had to get over was like not being defined by it,
Mm.
by like what I do. And instead this pays more and it's more exciting. But the creative aspect for sure, because that just got away from me and that's what I really love to do. And that's what makes the day goes by quickly for me.
Yeah. What are some challenges or stressful parts of your job?
Um, the fact that I have to rely on so many outside factors that I cannot control. So I could sell the best proposal. I could have a client that is absolutely thrilled with what we've sourced, but then I have to rely on 11 different vendors to send me the products and to manufacture the packaging, and then UPS to actually deliver stuff on time. There are so many things outside of my control that I can do everything right and still have something potentially get either messed up on the client end, which hopefully never happens, or I have to pay a bunch of money out of my own pocket to make sure that it doesn't happen. That's by far the most stressful part of this job.
Yeah, that sounds annoying. UPS, it's so unreliable. All the time I order packages and then it says it'll come in 2 days and it takes a week or two.
Yes, and it's getting worse. It's
Yeah.
getting so much worse. Yes, and they're all the same. You switch
Yeah.
between UPS, FedEx, USPS, they're all shit. So, you have to bake that into your into what you tell the clients.
Yeah. What skills do you use most often?
I would have said other things, but now AI does a lot of the shit that I used to do the most. And it's kind of taking over my skills. I would say the number one skill is just client communication. Even though that's probably what I enjoy the least, it's the one that I lean on the most because that's what's going to have you win. No matter what industry you're in, if your clients like you, there's some huge price disparity or your product is different than everyone else's, which is getting less and less likely, it's
Mhm.
whether or not your clients like you and trust you.
Yeah. So you mentioned how AI does a lot of the skills that you would have mentioned previously. How does
Mhm.
AI impact what you do overall?
Right now, it's 100% positive for me right now because a lot of the little things that I would do, like for instance, in a proposal, we have to mock up products to make it look like they belong to the client or whatever. It would take me a long, I'm not good at that. Like I'm not like a graphic designer. So I'd have to go in and design packaging or mock up, make something look like it was engraved. And that would take hours out of my day. And it's really stupid. It's really something I should have been outsourcing. And now GPT is terrifyingly
Mhm.
good. I mean, it literally just got an update 2 weeks ago and it can do stuff that I thought it was going to take years to do in terms of design.
Yeah.
So it does a ton for me. It writes emails. I've been using Claude to create all these dashboards that I used to run in Google Sheets. As a small business owner, it is incredible. I mean, I literally have unsubscribed from thousands of dollars worth of subscription SaaS services
Oh, wow.
and instead have Claude build me exactly what I need.
Yeah. I
So
feel
right
like
now it's positive.
yeah, AI has gotten so it's crazy now. I feel like it can do so many things and it's so helpful.
Yes, I know. I'm so curious how I know I'm like reminding myself that this is your interview because I wanna like ask somebody in school. I'm like, aren't kids just using it to do like everything?
I mean, some people are like for me, it kind of depends on the person, but for me, I use it mostly as a study tool. Like, there are a lot of different AI things. If I input all of my material from class, like all the slides and everything, I can say, give me a study guide for a quiz, give me a study guide for a test, and then it'll create one and it can grade it for me. So I think that's my favorite part.
Oh my
Um,
God, that didn't even occur to me.
yeah, it's pretty cool. But a lot of people do use it for schoolwork, which I personally don't, but it is very helpful.
So you're using it literally as like a tutor
Yeah,
almost.
basically.
Wow. God, that must be, but you're going to be so much better set up because I really believe that I think there's a real risk with like not your generation, but if you like my kid's generation, like
Yeah.
he's two, where I'm a little nervous that their brains are going to turn to mush. I'm serious because like they're not going to have to do any thinking. So the fact that you're using it as like a tutor versus just a something to fill in the blank, I think is going to be so beneficial to you because you're going to have your brain's going to stay much sharper as
Yeah.
you're going through a career. But
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry. I seriously could like ask you a billion questions. I'm so curious. I know nobody in your age range right now, and I think it's fascinating. So, okay.
What kind of education or training do you need for your career?
No, God, literally nothing. You can be the dumbest person on earth and do this. But it's really, and there are, I mean, seriously, some of the people who run like corporate gifting companies are, they're, but that's also what makes it, I'm, you don't need any training. You don't
Hmm.
need any training, but I think that it's also an easy industry to win in because there are so many, it's such a low barrier to entry that you have a lot of like really shit companies. And if you can run yours even remotely well and you understand how to talk to corporate clients and what they want, you have a huge edge. And it's not that hard to win business.
Wow, that's nice. Um,
Yeah. See, there you go. So you're aiming for all the hard, smart ones. Just be like me, go to like the easiest, and you'll be like the most successful person in the world. But continue.
are there certain classes, clubs, or activities that you'd recommend in high school or college?
Oh man, I'm the wrong person to ask. Kaya. I'm telling you, I skated by. I think, I think whatever you love to do, like use high school as that time to do it because there's not gonna be a lot of opportunities to do it as an adult.
Hmm. What should someone do now in high school or college if they think they might be interested in this kind of work?
Oh man. Are you talking to people at like VC firms and PE firms and stuff who are giving you like real answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to have like a very broad range of careers for people that I'm interviewing. So I think it's been kind of different, but mainly the people that I've interviewed so far have been at a PE firm or like NVIDIA or some kind of more
Yeah.
technical.
So they have like more, okay, then I can just I'll be your outlier then. As long as I figured I was like, oh my God, she's gonna be so sad if she talks to me.
No,
Um,
I like it. It's interesting.
thank you for saying that. Let's see. So you asked what, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. What should someone do now in high school or college if they think they might be interested in this kind of work?
Mm, I think that I would even say this kind of work. I think what I'm doing right now is really just it's entrepreneurial. It's like a creative entrepreneurial thing, and I think that that's or client services. It's not a SaaS company. It's not tech. So I think if you're interested, this is just th for this type of work, you just have to be scrappy and you have to have an entrepreneurial mindset and you want to work for yourself. And I think that if you are in college or high school or any age of your life,
Hmm.
is to start a business.
Yeah.
That's it, to start a business. And it can be a side hustle. But I think that everyone, no matter what industry they're going in, even if they don't think that they want to start their own company, I really believe that everyone should try starting a business. And it's so easy to do that now with
Mhm.
nothing. And your goal doesn't even have to be to like make a bunch of money. It's just literally see if you can get something off the ground. I think that there's a lot. I think that will help virtually anyone.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely resonate with that because I think Careers Launched is it's kind of my version of that. Like I'm not trying to make money or anything, but I think it's definitely really interesting and really cool to experience, especially as a student.
Wait, can you tell what is this exactly?
So it's kind of a project. I'm working on creating my website right now. I have one up, but I'm redesigning it and trying to make it better. I basically interview people in different professions and I'm trying to market it to high school and college kids who don't know what they want to do in the future. So
This
they
is
can,
your thing?
yeah.
Oh, wait, I thought this was like a school project. That's so cool. I had no idea.
Thank
Wait,
you.
I'm like 10 times more excited about this. Okay, so go ahead. So you have your own website, you're interviewing people across multiple professions,
Yeah.
and you're trying to market it to other kids who are trying to figure out
Yeah.
what they want to do.
Yeah, basically. I've been really busy with APs and finals recently, but I think I'm going to try to expand more to social media and include different clips of interviews and then also different things so more people can see careers launch and more people can get into it.
I love that so much. I seriously had no idea. I thought this was like, oh my God, I wish I'd given you better talking points now. I think that's amazing. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I think that's so smart.
Mhm.
That's great. Okay. Oh my God, Kaya. Okay. Continue.
What kind of people tend to enjoy your field or do well in it?
Those are two different people, I will tell you, most of the time. And I think the reason why I'm doing okay in it is because I am both. But it's hard to find. The people who tend to really enjoy it are the creatives.
Hmm.
And this is a major generalization,
Hmm.
but it's a generalization for a reason. A lot of times, really highly creative people are
Mhm.
not necessarily great operators, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then people who tend to really love business and capitalism and and they just want to make money, which
Mhm.
I also love all of those things. They often don't want to kind of be stuck in like the creative, markety, like, visual branding
Mhm.
weeds. Like they're often trying to figure out how do I just get this going. And I really love both of them.
Yeah.
Normally, there'd be two people I think that would come together to do this,
Mhm.
who would have those complementary skill sets.
Yeah. It's cool that you're a
Yeah.
mix of both. I feel like that's perfect, especially for being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, it definitely can be, but I'm telling you, I didn't start out this way. I had to learn all of the capitalism-y stuff from my very capitalism-y co-founder of my last company who came from banking and
Mhm.
taught me how to price things and feel comfortable talking about money with clients and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. What's something most people don't know or might misunderstand about your job?
I would say misunderstand is a lot of people, especially people who I know professionally who are in different types of businesses that people immediately recognize as like serious careers,
Mhm.
often think that this is like just a passion project, and I don't think that they realize that like you can do really well in
Mhm.
it, and that they're actually and that um I think a lot of people think that I'm literally wrapping gifts,
Mhm.
which which I don't even know how to tie a fucking bow. So that's not the case. But yeah, I would say that that's the biggest misconception is you say gifting of any sort and they think of like an Etsy lady making like wicker baskets for baby showers.
Yeah.
Just something I've had to get over and just accept that people think that.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what I thought of when I first heard of the
Yeah.
gift wrapping thing. But like learning more about it, I think it's super cool, especially that you have like so many different vendors and everything, and that it's such like a big operation. I think
It
it's really cool.
it's thank you. Yeah, it is more interesting, I think, for
Yeah.
business minds than people might think. It's
Mhm.
not we're not we don't even sell things on the website. They're large, projects. Like I think our average project size this year, it finally grew. It's like 45 grand. And
Wow.
you'll close that in like sometimes you'll close that in like 4 days because they just want them now. And then, and it's kind of a fun back end.
Yeah.
And our client list are, I actually worked Toma Bravo was one of my very first clients
Oh wow.
before
Really?
before I even really knew I had no idea what Toma Bravo did, but you work with people in the tech space who appreciate like all the things that I appreciate. Good
Hmm.
packaging, good messaging, good storytelling, and it's very interesting. But I just have
Yeah.
to accept the fact that when I meet people at parties or I meet moms at the park, that they think that yeah, that I am putting cellophane on a basket, so it's fine.
What's the work-life balance like in your career?
You know what? You would think it was amazing because I work at home and I work for myself. It's not great, but that's the thing. It blends together. I genuinely love it. So it doesn't feel like I mean, it's such a cliche. It does not feel like I'm working. Um, but I probably spend too much time working. I
Yeah.
probably need to hire some people, some more people. But I think that's the best work-life balance you can have is just I couldn't handle it if I felt like work was truly work.
Yeah. I feel like I struggle with kind of balancing things too. I think I definitely take on a lot. I don't like delegating very much. So I think that's definitely something I struggle with too.
I bet that once you are fully in your career, I bet you're going to be an excellent delegator. You've got a lot of like, I've always told Nancy, I feel like you have a lot of cachet.
Hmm.
Like I always feel like you're so much older than you are because you have a very like seriously, like you have like a lot of presence, I think.
Thank you.
Which I think translates well into delegation and to having people, listen to you.
Yeah.
Like you've got some weight with the things that you say. And I have no idea how you do what you do. Every time Nancy tells me about what you're doing, I'm like, I literally feel tired and want to go to sleep. I'm twice as lazy as you. So seriously, I actually think that you're going to find whatever career you get into. I know you're thinking about banking, right?
Yeah,
That's
I want to go into
yeah.
private credit.
Oh, private credit. Okay, well that makes sense. I mean that's not obviously it's like not an easy path, but I something tells me that you have been so nuts with all the things that you do. I
Mhm.
mean, I feel like any one thing, your skating, your academics, like you're doing this on top of it would be almost too much for like one person. You're going to be so well suited. It's just going to come so much easier to you. It'll still be hard, but I just think that like you've trained yourself so well for like managing this and all the pressure that
Mhm.
I actually bet that once you're at like a certain stage in your career, it's going to feel so easy to you compared to everything that you're doing now because you're also going to be delegating left and right. You're going to have little minions running around doing all your shit. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I've been told that, and I'm really looking forward to that.
That's so great. Oh, I'm so excited. I told Nancy, I'm like, it's going to be like the person that we're all calling for favors because she's going to be like the most connected, successful person that we all know, but really exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
What
sorry. Right. It's being recorded. Let me look more. Go ahead.
what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting to think about careers?
Um, I think start. This is so cliche, Kai, but I'm telling you, it is, and I hate cliches. It's for a reason. Really think about pay attention to what you love to do. Pay attention to what you do in your free time. I'm not saying that that exact thing is going to be your career, but I honestly believe that what you do in your free time, and if you only had half an hour of the day, what would you choose to do in that? Figure out if there is a way that you can work that you can get into a career that is that
Mhm.
figure out a way that you can at least make that part of your career because you'd be surprised. You can get creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, if what you love truly does not generate money and you want to make money, find a job that leaves you room to do that other thing on the side. Because
Yeah.
I also think that unless you have something very specific, like you want to be a heart surgeon or something like that, or you already know you want to be in private credit, like you can be more successful and make more money doing something if it's something that you really enjoy doing than you might think you can.
Yeah. Um, if someone wanted to explore your field or just being an entrepreneur in general, what would be a good first step?
Okay, I really do think the first step comes back still to starting
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Starting something. Just all of the tools are there, especially with AI. Anyone can start something. And if you don't want it to, if it's not tech, if you want to be a mountain tour guide or whatever, um, start, I don't know, I just was reading about Everest. Sorry. It's the 30th anniversary of the 1996 disaster. So I've spent about 45 minutes going down that rabbit hole. But start something.
Hmm.
That's it. Number one. And honest to God, I think the business school, when it comes to being an entrepreneur, I think it's really overrated.
Really?
Hugely. Yes. Big time. I knew so many people starting my last company who were like, had these incredible degrees from incredible schools and they got in and none of their companies, like the two other people whose companies that at least I was like in the same class as, like one was Mike Dubin from Dollar Shave. And he's had sold like 3 months after mine did. And I mean, that was
Hmm.
who knows how they're doing now, but that was quite an acquisition. And
Hmm.
then like Dog Vacay, Aaron Hershore, neither one of those guys had any business degree. Like
Yeah.
Mike Dubin was like an actor, right? Like he was an actor and a TV writer. And I think that, and for me, I had an undergraduate degree from Nebraska that I barely got. And like I said, I've been an assistant. And I think that I think business school is something that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you do not necessarily need. Because I think it can also strip you of some of the creativity that you need
Yeah.
to make the best decisions for your company. Because so many people I knew from business school would resort back to their training and they were like stuck in this box rather than listening to their gut or being like creative in their solutions.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really good advice. Are there other people or roles students should learn about to better understand this field, or like websites or podcasts or anything you'd recommend?
Man, I gotta tell you, I've been kind of out of the new website. I think it was an old one. Something that
Hmm.
the only podcast I ever really loved listening to about business was How I Built This.
Yeah.
Um, I wonder if they still do it. Because for me, it was often really scrappy people and
Mhm.
and how they got to where they got. And
Yeah.
even if it didn't have anything to pertain to you, I just found it very inspiring, I
Yeah.
think.
Um, and the last question, what is the best way for a student to gain experience or exposure to your kind of work or just different businesses in general?
Experience or exposure. I mean, aside from doing your own thing, I think it would be, I know, because don't you have some like incredible, what are you doing this summer?
I'm doing two summer programs, one at UPenn and then a virtual one, and then an internship at Diversis, which is
That's
um,
right. Yes, yes, yes. See, that's fantastic. So there you go. If you can get in with these sort of companies, then yes, of course, obviously. I mean, this couldn't be more perfect for you. It's like literally what I mean, that's incredible. So yes, internships, if you can get them,
yeah.
if you know somebody personally, even if you like volunteer, if they have a company that you're interested in, just shadow them. Don't
Hmm.
be afraid to, you know, because even if you're not working for free, if you're getting actual experience, if you're somewhere and they're making you get them coffee for 2 weeks, then fuck those people.
Uh-huh.
You can use that as a clip if you want.
Yeah, that'll be my clickbait on TikTok.
But seriously, don't be I don't know if that still happens, but I'm sure it does.
Hmm.
Like the reason why you are there is they are paying you an experience and hopefully also dollars. I think I think that's the law.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So how do I see your website?
Okay,
Or
so
should I not look at it till it's done?
well, I can send the link in the chat. It's not very good yet. I think we just kind of I've only done a few interviews so far and not all of them are posted. And yeah, the website is not very good right now, but I found another different site so I can use my domain and then edit it so I can make it. I want to design it more and then have different sections. And also I can't figure out how to delete some of the things that ha some of the videos that it inputted on its own when I created it. So I think I
Oh,
need to figure all of
really?
this out, but
What is the what host or like where is it hosted? What platform?
I'm not sure what this is currently on, but I found this website called Wix that I want.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I found that. So it says that you can link a domain. I just need to buy premium so I can do that. And then I'm going to start designing it and then kind of like republish it.
That's great. Do you like doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I feel like it's a little tedious, but I think it's pretty fun. I just
That's
need to
great.
find more time to do it.
I yeah, I don't know how you're going to, but do you know what you should try? Seriously, have you ever tried making a website with Claude?
No, I have not. Is it good?
Kaya. Kaya, just try it for okay. I'm gonna take five seconds to tell you this because I always thought that if you wanted to build stuff with Claude that you had to know some kind of coding. I thought it was for like
I'm in
developers.
computer science A right now, so I can code like basic level.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't. I don't even know how to, I don't know how to make, I don't know the difference between a bracket and those little, like I'm still thinking 1999 like HTML. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. So I'm like, this is not for me. But then this article came out a few weeks ago and it was talking about, it showed some example websites and dashboards and programs that Claude had done with zero coding. And I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'm going to try it. So the very first thing I did was a girlfriend of mine. She's very like, she's trying to AI proof her life. So she's starting all of these. I mean, she obviously doesn't clean houses or build roofs, but she's starting like the companies where she is the transaction company for the jobs that, won't be taken away, right? Like more
Yeah.
blue collar, like trade jobs. So she's starting this like cleaning company. I mean, she's just like the tech behind it. And
Mhm.
I was like, I'm going to see what Claude can do to build a website because
Yeah.
she just paid this whole agency to design her website. And I literally went on and all I said to it was, build me a website that is like has a wink with like a 1950s retro feel. And here are the sections that I wanted to have. And this is the pricing. It was literally this long of just a
Mhm.
text prompt. And I'm going to send this to you right after this call. I shit myself. It was a fully working, gorgeous website with animations, with
Mhm.
like this. It was incredible. So seriously, just like if you need just like 5 seconds, just go to it, tell it what you're doing,
Yeah.
just literally give it words,
Hmm.
and it will make you something that you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So that's the version for if you don't have time, just see what it can do for you. I bet you it'll blow your mind.
Okay. Yeah, I want to try that. I feel like Wix, it seems really cool, but it also seems very time consuming. So I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to try Claude after
I'm
this.
telling you that. Wix is, I mean, if you're gonna do it yourself, Wix, I think it's the best choice. I was gonna tell you that. I think it's great you're switching to that. But because of your schedule, and you're like the busiest lady I know, I'm dead serious. I don't know a single adult person that is as busy as you.
Mhm.
Try Claude. Just try it.
Okay.
That's
I'll give
on
it a
that's
shot.
that's my That's my one specific piece of advice to you throughout this entire interview. I hope you got something from me that you can use. I really am the worst interviewer. I'm so all over the place, but hopefully you can extract something. Did you
Thank,
send this to me? Okay, amazing. All right, I'm gonna look at I love the name of this too.
thank you.
It's easy to remember,
Mhm.
but you got the domain.
Yeah.
I think that's great. And I'm gonna send you this information right after that. Do you need anything else from me?
Nope, that's it. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're very good at this. Your questions were super what I say impressive. Sorry, I'm reading something as I'm talking on the side. Your chat. Good luck. I think this is fantastic. I really do. And once you get like I'm gonna look at this now, but once you get all your new stuff up, I would love to see what it looks like.
I'll email you when it's up. Hopefully sometime
Amazing.
in the next month. But I guess we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean, whenever you get around to it, I think this is great. And good luck with your finals and studying and all that stuff. And I'm sure
Yeah.
I will run across you one of these days when I am visiting your mom.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye, Kaya.